Can you hear me? Is that working? Well, that's not good. Okay. Okay. Great. I figured out what the issue is, and it's that I am a moron. I messed with the freaking audio input captures while I was recording something else, and it must have messed up the freaking recording issues. So, as stated, I messed with my audio input capturing because I needed to start, separating my commentary from the game audio of stuff like Noita for, you know, recording reasons, and with Dark Souls in the more recent recordings that I plan on doing. I want to be able to separate it a bit. Because, you know, sometimes my voice is exceptionally quiet when I record, and sometimes it's exceptionally loud. Because my microphone is a piece of crap. My monthly super chat. Please! As I stated prior, which you did not hear at all because I was freaking pulverized by the microphone gods, I was planning on doing some more of the push-ups during this. But depends on how I am feeling physically, because I'm feeling pretty good right now. But that's just because I haven't started yet. Anyway, as you can probably see, I am building the, you know, the Megabase. It's also quite late for me to be doing a stream, but I like it that way, so... Honestly, I would do more streams at this time if people didn't need to sleep. Hello, context! I can't do my Luigi. I can't do Luigi. He's simply too challenging to voice. Missed out on you getting squashed by Skelly Boy. If you do another Skeletron fight, ping me beforehand so I can frickin' follow in your footsteps of being turned into piles of ash. Because it is really fun to do the Terraria update stuff. Dude, I need so much sand. Oh my gosh. We are gonna have to go eat an entire desert for breakfast. Hello, Mario. That one? The freaking... Here's my brother Luigi to tell you a whole heap of spaghetti pile of information. Hello, Mario. You're still trying to get the stupid net? That's unfortunate. The rarity of it really sucks because it's effectively required for Legendary mode progression in Skyblock. You have plenty of lava for fishing. That's good. Start by outlining with stone. Should I do coral next, or should I do more plants and stuff? Another structure, another building. Maybe I'll just do a couple more buildings and then start working on coral again. Because I think it would be cool to actually have the structures down first, just to make the rest of the decor easier. Hello, context. Got it. That's what the super chat's intended to be. I see. At least, you should leash fish so you have fish shoals. Yeah, I wanted to do that. Let's see here. I did set something kind of like that up inside of this one. But it's not an actual proper fish shoal. It's just a little, like... what is it called? It's not pod, that's dolphins. Swarm? What the frick is the word for a swarm of fish? Oh no. I'm forgetting. Shoal? School, yes, school of fish. I set up a little school of tropical fish inside of one of the structures in an aquarium-like area. It looks pretty neat so far. I was planning on maybe adding like a glow squid to it if I could get one. Need to go back to school? I would rather die, but thank you. If you do get on again just for fishing quests and trying to get Fox Sparks. Fox Sparks looks kind of insanely powerful. I know Cativa is very good because I managed to get one in my first run-through. Oh, you managed to get one, nice. The digging speed boost it provides is really nice. I don't know if you can get dig toys in the Skyblock worlds, though, which is kind of a shame if you can't. In Skyblock, probably not, because it's a world spawn. Same with Chillet. That sucks. I love the Chillet mount a lot. It's one of the strongest things in that entire game. Just want the Dead Cells Slam. It comes from golden chests. Specifically golden chests in the dungeon, so you can't get it until post-Skeletron. You can get it in Skyblock, though, since the golden lockboxes, I believe, can contain it. Which, you know, is pretty awesome. Also, hey, that's that entire section done. I was putting that off for like a while. Pufferfish. I might need to steal that guy for more Nautilus. Golden lockbox, how do you attain this? Dungeon crates. They're similar to the shadow lockboxes that you get from the Hellstone and Obsidian crates. But yeah, it's from fishing. Like, everything is from fishing. It's Terraria. It sucks. It's annoying. It's actually one of the less terrible fishing mechanics, to be fair, but I still, like, I die of waiting syndrome every single time I freaking deal with it, so, you know. Do I have string? I probably do. I mean, I know I have string inside of the mob farm, but I don't have to go get it, you know? Skull emoji. I love the freaking emoticons. I love them. They're so silly. Okay, here we go. I set up a couple of little groups of fish, but they kind of messed around. I like fishing, but you also have to tend to, like, 5-hour video going on your other monitor. Yeah. I slightly changed this area. Obviously, I've managed to finish it up a bit. There's a vintage story VOD you need to watch. Fun. Finally added plant life into here, and it looks very, very nice and cozy on the inside. The Minuscule just looks like someone who is just done. Yeah, I really, really like that one. It's one of my favorite things that I've created. That silly little skull. I haven't finished this tunnel. I should really do that. But I'm going to need a lot more sand for glass anyway, so I might as well empty out a shulker box or two and go get some. Or I guess I can go steal it, considering that there is one specific place that will literally never see use ever again, where there's a frickload of glass. But that would be stealing, so I don't feel like doing that. You gotta go to bed, it's almost midnight. Dude, sleep, have fun. I, personally, will not be sleeping until whenever I feel like, which is generally around 4 a.m. So... yeah, good luck. Stuff's almost oxidized, finally, which does look very nice, even with just the similar coloration to the Prismarine. It's a nice little difference. The contrast of the orange copper might be something I want to go back to, or switch around with, later. But as of right now, I think I just like how it is. I need to do a squid farm, too. Okay. Shulker boxes first. Are any of these, like, mostly empty? No, not even a single one of them. Okay. This is what we have a storage system for. Actually, I should probably keep this in here. trapdoors in here? I feel like I'm delusional like 30% of the time that I'm looking through these shulker boxes. Like that, for example. There's just a full stack of iron blocks in here. What the frick? Okay, I'm gonna move all the glass that I have into one container real quick. This container specifically. Usually you can just blitz through the online assignments since they're right there, but no, it has to be locked away. Yeah, my online assignments aren't locked away, so I can go through them whenever I feel like. Because I'm lucky. Okay, this is mostly armor trims. I guess there's a tiny bit of obsidian and whatnot. And a chest. I could empty out these dirt boxes now that I think about it. These are my collection and traversal containers. That is not what I intended to do at all. Dirt. And more dirt. You're gonna bring the Terraria world again and fish more. Good use of your time. Fishing for all eternity. If you can't get that stupid net done. What should contain dirt? You know what? Granite layer. That'll have the dirt and grass. Just throw some more item frames on here. Dirt. And garage. Literal blindness, by the way. Holy frick. Is my melon and pumpkin thing still one chest? I might want to not do that. Item frames. They love eating frames. Yeah, I can't actually tell if the game ever gets framey because I don't have particularly attentive mind. Unless it gets below, like, 30 frames per second. I'm not gonna notice if it's changed at all. Short-term memory loss type. Why are there 2 granites on this? I don't know. I really don't know. We get rid of this one. Dirt, grass, and stone. The reason I'm sorting it myself is just because it makes it faster for me. The copper golems are here for when I just don't feel like it, or for when I just don't feel like it. And also so that I can just dump stuff into the chest and they'll put it somewhere for me. Okay. Desert time, baby. Let's open up the map. I almost pressed M to open the freaking Terraria map. Oh my gosh. Let's see. The nearest desert is also there. 36055. Gotcha. We're going to r/Terraria in a Witch Doctor phase again. I should look at r/Terraria. I removed Reddit from my phone because I got really annoyed with all the comments that I was reading that were really, really depressing to listen to, so I just destroyed it. We'll see if I go, I should return to Reddit again, like a fool in the future. Now I only use it to, what, look stuff up again. As it is meant to be. At least for me. Do I? Okay, I have fireworks. I love pressing the screenshot button by accident. I'm a moron. Wrong way. The one resource pack that I've actually seen on the frickin' workshop recently that I care about was one where it changed the eye color of the Witch Doctor's portrait specifically to yellow, and it's probably the funniest thing that I've seen because it's such a tiny, minor change. It's like, it is legitimately one of the silliest things to have somebody just go, I dislike that this is like this so much that I am going to fix it myself. It's actual peak. I'm really hoping there'll be some more actually good resource packs over the course of the next few weeks. Because I love some of them. The Mr. Beast boss summon sound effect is probably my favorite thing. It's such a stupid change, but it makes the game really entertaining for me. Almost there. You're sure there will. You're also sure that the Fury community is going to make like half of them. Well, yeah, usually that's how it is. I mean, it's Terraria, one of the most popular games of all time. Of course, the furry community is a significant portion of it. I would know. Oh, shoot, is there a Trident guy down here? I don't know if I've been to this one yet. I keep forgetting to bring brushes with me. I need sniffers. Okay, that was not full power. Hold on. Hey, look, that area that I farmed coral in for like 4 hours at. I love you can see some of the areas that have been devastated. What the frick? Did coral just not spawn here? Look, it's a family of sea pickles. That's fun. Anyway, desert time. Probably should have brought a bed. I'm actually so freaking Terraria rotted that I almost pressed R to freaking get on a mount. I don't even need to. More meaning like when it comes to cosmetic mods of any kind, it's almost a 50-50 shot that any given one is made by a furry artist. Well, yeah. Artist and furry artist is a very significant overlap. Simply put, goated. Or I guess digital artist and artist, maybe? Or digital artist and furry artist? Whatever. Who cares? Can you shut up? My gosh. Least annoying zombie mob. Holy frick. I am trying to gather sand. Would you please cease existing? I can't believe they added the weakness skeleton to this game, bro. I would have preferred Wither to this. It's actually so annoying that I have to hit things more to kill them now. I am being chased by a creeper. Oh no. Whatever will I do? Am I able to outrun the freaking spider with Swift Sneak? Wait, that's awesome. Also be like the highest quality thing you've ever seen, and you'll know for a fact people will be angry about it being a furry, even though, like, even if it's like Eye of Cthulhu Meatball. Yeah. The problem with online is there's a significant of everything online, that is. There's a significant number of people who are trolling, and a significant number of people who just generally suck. You can't really escape it because the internet is sort of an infinitely open and accessible space. Unless you try really hard and banish the people you don't like constantly. But I mean, like, you'd remove half of the people on the internet if you did that. Why would you do such a thing like that? I mean... You can't just remove half the people that you don't like from the internet. Watch me. Need more spaces like, Can't actually think of a good example, but I'm sure there's one where you just have smaller community groups that you can banish people that you don't like from. We need more, we need more feudal village syndrome in our online environments. Personally, I think the internet should require a third-grade spelling test to access. I personally believe that accessing the internet is something that should not be significantly restricted, for the sole purpose of every single time that they try to do that, it leads to a totalitarian takeover. Well, okay, almost every single time. So far. Seriously, though, a lot of the government internet restrictions turn out to become used as methods to what is it? Cause the public suffering, I guess. It's not really very good, but the only way to avoid it is to, you know, allow people in places. Even if they're terrible. I mean, yeah, but like, the ability to spell and read is kind of a necessary skill. Okay, so you can spell and read and still be bad at reading comprehension. And passing a 3rd grade reading test will not help with that because people will just do it to pass the test and then continue to not read consistently. I think that it is conceptually something that is funny and that we should have some kind of restrictive system to access the the internet more, but like, what the frick do we do? What tests could you possibly apply that isn't either, discriminatory or completely ineffective? Or one that's simply too effective and gets rid of the good people as well. And by the good people, I of course just mean the people that you, who are not completely absurd and can't read. Or I guess the people desired? I don't know how to phrase it, but there really isn't a good system that has yet been devised to do something like that. Or if there is, I haven't heard it. And I haven't thought of it myself, because I don't really care as much. What is it, the frickin' too often in this day and age that I have found myself defending someone I find annoying from someone who I know is dangerous? Goated quote, it's gonna get used a lot soon. Have I seen the Roblox community trying to cast curses on the CEO? That's probably the funniest thing that's happened in recent time. I'm glad that we're getting more stuff like that. I like when the community of games scream and enrage at the CEOs and creators because they're being pieces of garbage. One of my favorite things. I especially love when it actually works, because sometimes it really does. Anyway, yeah, I've seen. It's one of my favorite things about the everything going on with Roblox right now. There's so much bad crap. Unfortunately, it's used more often when fans are mad about something stupid. Yeah. See, Half-Life 3. I know. The thing with Half-Life 3 is, like, just keep waiting, bro. I don't get it. You can wait. It's not that hard. I can always try again. Make another kid. What's 17 more years? Seriously. Like, you can just wait. Doesn't take that much effort. In fact, it's probably the easiest thing to do. The hard part is doing something else while you're waiting, because it has to be entertaining enough to keep your mind off of it or keep you occupied. But seriously, it's more like the information, how it might have been announced, was all speculation. What? That's crazy! A game that has had no official public statements about release or development in the past 10 years isn't coming out now, all of a sudden, due to random speculation that has never been correct. It's really annoying. I agree. People legitimately got mad at them for not releasing it. This is like freaking getting mad at sand for not turning to glass when you stare at it, bro. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear more of that crap. Like, it switched to memes, but first it was actual backlash. The reason why I liked Silk Songs is because the only actual backlash was, like... In some cases it was reasonable, but most of it was just people being completely insane or joking. Like, the wait for that game was probably the most entertaining experience you could possibly have gotten out of a wait for a game. There was a good period where there was one guy writing full-on multi-paragraph fan fiction about the creators of the game, and he genuinely got sent a cease and desist letter for posting it constantly on Reddit. It was... I believe that is how it actually went. It was one of the most entertaining things to watch unfold. Actual peak. It is the consequence of the internet, and I love it for it. Something like the freaking AO3 Otherkers or whatever, where they freaking... their house gets incinerated or their car suddenly lights on fire while they're trying to write their fanfiction. It's so funny to me. It's terrible, but it's funny. Own story of Undertale lip sync video. Oh my gosh. The freaking story of Undertale video. Yeah, my house burned down while I was trying to process the video. The forces of all that could be were trying everything in its power to stop them from posting that, and it did not work. Whoa, story of Undertale. I don't know what it is, but I've had a hard time stopping myself from smiling over the course of the past few days. So much, like, really good stuff has been happening, even with all of the horrible things. You know, just realized, because the Terraria world's a drunk world, we can get dungeon mobs without killing Skelly. Yeah, but we can get Dungeon Guardian to spawn, can't we? If we're below the zone for it, he'll just spawn in if it's a dungeon. Because it's, you know, Dungeon Guardian, and he's evil. Evil and intimidating flying skull. You can build above that. Yeah, just takes a little bit more effort. I spent some time grinding for Rod of Discord in my single-player playthrough, and I've gotta say, that was not fun. It's a lot more lenient and drunk because dungeon isn't underground. That's nice. My drunk world experience has mostly just been, wow, this kind of sucks because I have to deal with 2 evil biomes in hard mode. For the most part, I just cordoned off the areas I didn't want corrupted, and then contaminated them, but, you know, it was annoying. I also did Duke Fishron pre-Plantera because I was not freaking dealing with a regular Plantera fight. You're not going to do it because, honestly, I don't feel like it. Entirely reasonable. Alright, that should be good with sand. Alright, back we go! I need to learn how to do the infinite flight thing with this. I know you can gain infinite flight with Elytra, but it's weird. Drunk worlds are weird like that because it has both evils, but you can kind of manipulate it. Underground Crimson is way easier to deal with. I just don't like dealing with any of it. It's a pain. The only reason I did it is because I wanted to get early game Corruption loot and late game Crimson loot, and it was just easier than doing it the normal way of using... Dryad for it. Just kill Eye of Cthulhu to check the world's evil for that day. The thing with the, the actual, like, V shape that happens, is it's chosen at the start of the world rather than having anything to do with, well, anything to do with the time. Which kinda sucks, because it means that, you know, you can't manipulate it in case you change your mind later in. Nope. No, it is. The wiki says so. And I believe the wiki on this one. Oh my gosh, do I have my coordinates wrong? Hold on. I am not a moron. Where the frick is it? There we go. It was just a little bit further out. The wiki says it's chosen based on the start of the world, not based on day cycle. I'm inclined to believe that statement. You and your friends have been playing Infern before 5 came out. Really fun, but all your boss completions relied on using multiplayer to respawn. Yeah, Infernum is kind of unfair with some of the late game bosses. The base Terraria bosses changes that it does are fairly good. I quite like them, but the things that it does with the Calamity ones makes them unfair and bullcrap most of the time. Right, I need to start moving this system over to my new workshop room. Wiki says this. It literally said, the last time I checked it, I remember seeing it saying that it shows a dominant world evil on the world's creation. Now I have to go frickin' look at it, because I'm frickin' drunk world. One of two evil biomes consider the primary and main evil biome that is used for processing world-specific evil biome-related mechanics. It switches every dawn. Okay, well then I'm clearly incorrect about my reading capabilities. Okay, on the first day after world generation, it's selected during world creation will be the main evil biome. Oh, crap. So I just misread it like a moron. Thank you for correcting me. Wish there's a mod that had difficulty between Death and Infernum. I wish that the Infernum mod devs weren't complete morons and increased the difficulty, or rather the damage, as well as all the attacks, as the base part of the difficulty. I think that that is a stupid mechanic to add. Lets you select which evil is first, which is nice, but yeah, the V is based on which day it is. Okay, then I just completely misread it and am a moron. Because I looked at that page while I was about to go into hard mode, because I was like, oh, well, I want Crimson because it'll make my job easier. And it turned out that I just misread it. That sucks. Hold on, I gotta grab my lava bucket one as well. John Bucket over here. I don't know, I don't really like the look of this for the workshop area. I think if I put the cauldrons above the furnaces, it might look nicer. Although that requires more space. Play almost exclusively special world types, so knowing all the intricate details is kind of a necessary thing. Yeah! See, I still have 3 bazillion hours in the game, but that doesn't mean I know everything about it. It just means I know, like, the basics, at least. Like, for example, the Eye of Cthulhu is the 4th boss that you should be fighting, after Duke Fishron and Queen Slot. The workshop! I think I could actually fit it if I broke these and replaced them with lava. Might be a little tedious, though. I also probably don't need that degree of, like, cauldrons and stuff. What? No, Eye is the final boss, known as True Eye of Cthulhu. It's invulnerable to all attacks except Copper Short Sword you spawn with. I love that they added the true Copper Short Sword to the game, making the game impossible in Journey mode. I really, really like the addition of the true Copper Short Sword from shimmering the Zenith once. They literally just did it to make shimmer reforging harder, probably. And also because it's red and it would be funny. But, like, it's one of the funniest things that they could possibly have added to the game. That's right, folks. I need to destroy my old infrastructure. And to move it elsewhere. This underworks area will be changed for later purposes. Making the game impossible. I already read that. It's kind of hilarious, because if you have the Zenith, you don't need to shimmer reforge. Yeah, probably. I mean, generally you probably wouldn't, but you might want to for whatever insane reasons you might have. Okay. Next thing's next. Why the frick did the game lag so hard when I did that? Oh no, my inventory is going to be full of buckets by the end of this. I should have brought the other bucket container with me. Hold on. My moronic behavior will only lead to my downfall. Switch that out so I don't frickin' be a moron. I've started liking the word moron again. That's great. It's a fun word, mind you, but still. It's because of Wheatley, of all things. I am not a moron! Before he does something moronic. It's too bad liquid buckets don't stack. Dun, dun, dun. Gotten very acquainted with these songs, and I very much like them. Do I have any spare buckets? Actually, I don't really need more, do I? This is the infinite lava generation device, after all. Okay, some of these just straight up don't have buckets of lava in them. Ow. If only I had a high quantity of water in here. World Crimes by Weird Al. Or did you mean Weird AI? An empty bucket. For shame. No, Al. Okay. I wouldn't sully him with AI. Weird Al is probably the best guy ever. Why? Because he makes songs that are really funny. Okay. I'm just gonna ignore that. See? Problem went away on its own. Cool! That's that infrastructure dealt with for now. Now, the painful part! The frick? Did that parrot make a ghast sound? Hold on. Did you all hear that? Most artists, have the opinion getting parried of him is like a huge badge of honor. Yeah, because it is. The fact that there have been people who have denied letting him parody them is actually kind of absurd to me. Because that's like giving away free... That's the worst. You're evil. You're evil if you do that. I hate you. Plus, he doesn't even need to ask if he wants to do parodies, because they're parodies. But he still does, because he's a good guy. It's awesome. Weird Al Yankovic, more like the goat. Oh, I have to make blast furnaces, too. This is gonna be slightly annoying. First things first, let's start getting the areas set. Also, this was sort of meant to be an airlock room. I don't know if I mentioned that. I just thought it looked nice. And being able to do this with the water also felt kind of cool. Obviously, I should do some kind of redstone door and make it look cool, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to. You can't have floating dripstone, I know that much. So, block dripstone, cauldron. Redstone water door, good luck. Yeah, that's like the whole reason why, because it would be the most tedious, painful process in the entire world. I don't know, can I mine 2 blocks up all of this safely? 2 blood moons in a row. I am sorry for your loss, like... That's rough. Imagine having to deal with 2 blood moons in a freaking row. I think I'll leave these smaller sections open from lava. I think it looks nicer if I just don't. Because then I can also put, like, actual functional blocks there as well, rather than having furnaces cover the entire freaking wall. Still need a lot of furnaces, but you know. Also, further realizing that if I put anything in these 3 blocks, it'll look asymmetrical, so I actually am going to be using this. And I'll be using those 3 blocks for something else. Something other than lava. Da, da, da. I gotta watch that Fallout TV show. Everybody says it's really good. And apparently quite more accurate, which is pretty important. You know, I've never actually properly finished a Fallout game, or even really played any of them. What you've seen, it looks pretty good. I watched, like, the first episode, and then I got caught up and had to do a bunch of other stuff. Need to watch it, but you have too many things to watch. Yeah, I have too few things to watch, but I'm continually avoiding watching anything because I don't feel like it sometimes. I've been doing a lot of cool stuff, though. I'm so excited for that Silk Song DLC that's been announced. Already, by the way, which is awesome. Not even a few months and there's DLC coming out. Just gonna store some of this stuff. Grab me lava buckets. Alright, here's the rough part. First things first, let's just put that back there. Wait a minute, I can make this easy on myself. Hold on. Okay, not here, but like in other parts. Well, maybe here. A whole lot of this is just going to be me finagling with my lava buckets. Should be good. Just making sure. Oh. I can literally just do this. Holy random lag spike. What the frick? Where did that come from? I'm not sure that that placed the way I wanted it to. Okay, it did. Ow. Dude, the fire's gonna go out before I can freaking get up there. My gosh. The only problematic part of this is my insane skill issue that prevents me from doing anything with any amount of ease. Alright, that's this side entirely done. Probably the item frames. That's a shame. Guess I'll have to switch to signs. Okay, this again. Nope, that's not at all what I need to do. Wait a minute, why don't I just do this part first? So I don't have to mess around with my inventory too much. There we go. Okay. Weird how that actually did exactly what I wanted it to the first time I did it, and I just did it over and over to make sure. Did I get enough lava for this, or am I actually gonna have to get even more? Surely this is enough, right? 24 copper. 21. I actually don't have enough lava. That's kind of insane to think. Okay, here. We can literally just start on this then. Also, I'm gonna need more cauldrons at some point, but that is thankfully fairly easy. Why don't I just do this? Yet another solution created because of a problem that shouldn't exist. Let's just get this one over with. We're 1.4.5 people are still complaining about not being able to find Shimmer in worlds created before Shimmer was added. I love how foolish some people can be. I think it's quite entertaining. It's incredibly bothersome at times, but it's incredibly entertaining. Jeez. None of those are full yet. I have to move these shulker boxes before I forget. That blood moon is over. Time to do the quest fish, sleep until nightfall, and wait through a third one. This is the reason why they should re-add Enchanted Sundials to pre-hard mode. Having to wait through 1 trillion blood moons is the most infuriating part of Terraria's overall experience. I should not be forced to wait to play my video game. I don't think that is a fun or engaging mechanic in any way, shape, or form. More specifically, I shouldn't be forced to wait 12 bazillion years to do one fishing quest that is required for progression. I think that that is stupid and also dumb. Bam. 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 be nice enough if they just gave it a cooldown, make it so you can't have back-to-back blood moons. Yeah, that might be nice. It would also be cool if I didn't have to wait 14 trillion years every single time I want to do a quest fish. Ah! Blood moon into solar eclipse is fine, but blood moon into eclipse into blood moon into eclipse is suffering. Agreed. Alright, I need you to fill with lava faster. Wow, that happened like the instant that I said it. Thank you. Why do I have 5? Oh, right, because I erased one from existence. Unintentionally, but still. Okay, I need 4 more buckets of lava. Am I going to wait, or am I going to get bothered by waiting too much and start screaming? That's right, none of the above. I am going to go do some things while I wait for lava. Because I'm gonna end up needing furnaces anyway, might as well start on them. Grab a couple stacks of cobble, time to turn it all into blast furnaces. There is not a single crafting table down here. Correct answer is to play Terraria while I wait on lava. I will not be doing that. I need to take a break from Terraria because the addiction is super strong. You can even play Skyblock. Okay, buddy. Okay. Actually, no, that's fine. Go play your Terraria world, traitor. Oh no, Shrump is here. Somebody kill Shrump with frogs. Or sticks, or rocks, or something. Thanks. Can release the pathogen, but it won't be deadly. Okay. Well, I need an actual pathogen, preferably. Like the type that kills things. But if one's not available, do whatever you can. Do I have wood? I know I have wood somewhere in this base. It's just gonna be slightly annoying to get it. Into the storage system. Aha! I don't think I'm gonna need more than 16 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 total. Smokers. I can't. I need a crafting table in every portion of every building. Oh, did you see the Calamity Empty trailer? Yeah, I saw it like yesterday. They reworked Dog? Great. I'm glad that that is something that they did. I sure hope he is slightly less annoying and difficult to fight. Hey, more lava grew. Smoker. And some mocha. I don't like that. I like that. I'm gonna have to switch that to the other side. Whatever. I'm just gonna waste a bucket of lava real quick. I can always wait 17 more years for another thing to fill. Cauldron. Also, no, yeah, I just need some stone. Why did that close? I didn't want that to close. What the frick was I doing? Iron. How many cauldrons do I need before I have a brain aneurysm? Let's see. Keep thinking that that's lava. 1, 2, 11. 10, so 21 more. Hey, another thing grew. Don't know why I say grew. Can't grow, it's lava. Is that enough? No, it is not, my word. I'm gonna need the rest of that for blast furnaces. One, two, three, four, five, six. Perfect. Need one more lava bucket, and then we're done. At least with the first part of this. Hey, there we go. I'm just gonna store some stuff in here real quick. And I will be taking that. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, perfect. Perfecto. All right. Got ourselves a decent workshop beginning to take shape. How many of this do I need? 3 per furnace? 3. Okay. I'm not doing math. I do not feel like it. Okay, we need 6 more. Despite saying I wouldn't, I did. Now for the really fun part of slowly filling every furnace with 1 bucket of lava. Or actually, I think I could just... Yeah. Put an empty bucket at the bottom of every single one of these. That works. I'm gonna need more smooth stone. I should make a super smelter, but I honestly just don't really feel like it. It's a total of like 40 plus furnaces that are gonna be in this room. 44 to be precise. That is nice. I wish this was a little bit easier to do, but putting a bucket by itself into a furnace isn't normally something you can. And you especially can't do it in Bedrock Edition, because Bedrock has a couple of shortfalls. But you can put a lava bucket straight up, which is, you know, helpful. Actually, not sure I have enough buckets, which would be quite a shame. I would have to craft more buckets. I could do it, of course. It's not very hard, but it would be annoying. Okay, you can tell that I've completely run out of interesting things to say at this point. I am just saying words that come into my brain as soon as they come into my brain. A very important skill to have if you are going to be creating a trillion, billion, zillion videos. Okay, I think we are legitimately like 1 single bucket short. That sucks. Yep, 1 singular bucket. Absolutely absurd. But hey, this part of the workshop is done. Now oh, hold on. And now, any single time that I need to, you know, do some smelting, I have a lot of stuff that will make it easy. Doesn't look too bad. Also doesn't look too great. But there's lots of space. And I can place lots of crafting tables. So I will be glad to have this room. Actually, you know what? I'll place crafting tables between these just to make it... I don't think there's a word for this. Just so that it has, like, consistency, I guess. Symmetry, maybe, but... having crafting tables available to you like this is very nice. And I can place as many shulker boxes as I like in this room. But mainly I'll place them in these spots. Do I need anything other than stonecutter? Maybe the loom? Loom could be good. Okay, now that this room's done, I don't think there's anything else that I need to do in here right now. I do want to smelt some of that sand into glass, though. Unfortunately, that blast furnaces don't work for this. So I don't really even need to empty out both of these. Sand. So any of these have lava. Apparently I missed a couple of buckets. Okay. Was that 4? Yeah. What a fool I am. Missing bucket placements. For shame. Ooh. Literally no idea which of these things will be containing lava. But hey, I'm smelting away. Oh, that's what counts. I actually don't need more smooth stone in this, so I'm just gonna swap sand in. Whatever, I'll just stick the smooth stone with the rest of the stone. It's not like it needs to be specially stored. I don't use it barely ever, and I can remember quite easily that it's going to be where it is going to be. Doop, doop, doop. It's too bad the dog new sprites aren't out. Or, I guess, resprite, whatever it's called. He hasn't got his new drip on. But hey, we have buckets and buckets of lava. And we can smelt stuff while we wait for even more updates to the Calamity mod. It does take a kind of annoying amount of time for lava to just appear, but it creates a lot of fuel over time, which is just nice to have. And also, lava smelts like a trillion items, which makes it really nice. I'm gonna start work on something here. I don't know. Should leave the other sandbox down here, considering that I'm not gonna need it. My person, that is. Sandboxes. Heck, I could put more stuff down here, too. I do kind of want to hold on to this for digging. You know, I could replace the floor with shulker boxes. Oh, no. No, I have to. Like... I can just stick shulkers into the floor. Think about it. Wouldn't that be awesome? There's like no sense of storage to this method, but like it kind of looks neat, so I don't know what to say. Maybe I'll hold just that in place while while I have a trillion purple shulker boxes on the floor down here. It is a workshop. It does make sense they would have lots of different toolboxes. Dun, 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 ba, ba, dun. And back down I go. Placing more storage to and fro. Plus I can just bring them with me when I need to. I should replace the floor beneath them as well, but I don't want to right now, so I won't. Mostly purple. Maybe a bit of the color of the other colors. I don't know, why not? It's all the stuff that I didn't feel like sorting out or didn't want to have sorted out. That doesn't look too bad. Also just very nice to be able to access all of that straight from down here. Coming straight from your couch! Coming straight for your ouch! The fact that it doesn't go straight into your hotbar by default is really bugging me. With shift clicking, that is. I know you can use the number pad for it, but it's just annoying, man. As you can see, the lava buildup has already taken effect. Oop. I mean, seriously, look at all that lava that we've already gotten. This is the power of a lava farm. I don't think I had anything else that I wanted to get done by today, so this feels pretty nice to have this little room done. It's quite a significant amount of progress. Take it slow. You'll never get anything done if you move too quickly. You make too many mistakes and you'll need to change many more things. Should probably move this down there as well, but I'm gonna maintain it up here for now, just in case. This area is starting to look really good, though. I actually don't need this button at all. I'm going to put it here, and it will sit there for eternity, until its own destruction. Huh. Yeah? Just learned something new. Oh, cool, what? Frame rate being devoured by the freaking item frame. I don't think it is frames, is it? There's gotta be something around here. It could be the trillions of mobs that exist around here. It could be a thing like Bedrock, where there's a single block with a trillion baby zombies spawned on top of it. Anyway, what did you learn? There is no way that I just did that. Oh my god. Artificial biomes have two states. When you hit the threshold, it'll start mob spawning, but it won't change the background. That is why the skyblock thing was weird, as it is. I'll bet that's why the skyblock thing is weird. Adding one more block changes the background. What? That's why. You still need the full video. Yeah, that's very odd. What the frick? It takes a 1501 to change the background, but 1500 for it to be considered the biome? Yeah, that is weird. Okay. I had to look at something else for a minute. Now we gotta start planning out some other stuff. Some external structuring, some corals, some random rock placements, and oh, look at that. I don't know why, it just feels nice to be able to look up and see the ocean and fish swimming above it. It's like exactly the effect that I wanted to achieve with this. It's very nice. This room feels so good. I don't... It feels properly industrial. I like it. I love the catwalk. Oh my gosh. I'm gushing over my own freaking creations. I love it. Alright, I should decorate this room a lot more. I'm going to leave it as is for now. Ain't that pretty? The zombie Nautilus over there. Ah, it's just really nice. I can probably get rid of that conduit now, since I have a better positioned one over there. I should finish that conduit coral thing. I should do so many things. Firstly, though, I should get a good look at everything again. Even though I've changed basically nothing that you'll be able to see externally. Just going to plan out the next structure position, I guess. Could just build it into that kelp forest. Honestly, wouldn't be a bad idea. Discover this because you're removing some of the ice from the farms to get conveyor slimes to spawn again. Cool. It's a very fun discovery, I guess. Probably good to know for later, but an annoying mechanic. Wanted to remove only exactly enough to kill the bomb. Yeah, since it would make it easier to rebuild later. What is that guy after? Hello? What were you chasing? You had your arms out like you were after something, but in the opposite direction from me. What an oddity. Kinda like that you can kinda just lay down on the seafloor. Seafloor. Wait, what? Why does looking up cause you to leave the swimming state? It's frickin' weird. True Minecraft mechanics hours. Also this. Hello. I've been meaning to contact you about your car's extended warranty. Do you have a moment to talk? Anyway, I was scoping out a location. Could literally just put it here. That would not be too hard. I feel like I need to change the bubble roof to this structure at some point, so it's a bit, like, rounder. It looks okay as is, though. I also want to end up texturing that thing at some point, similar to that, just so it doesn't look so monochromatic. Heck, I could use copper for it. I have to get more golden carrots soon. I might just take a break while I think about a good location for the next structure, as well as what building I want to do next. Might just do more barracks structures. Maybe make one large housing unit or something. Apartment, that would be fine. I would need kind of a lowered area for it, though. And most of the seafloor is a fairly level area. Oh, hey, there's a ruins over here. Hold on. Should join the Terraria world and stand in one of the AFK farms as an AFK screen. I'm gonna make a sandwich. Have fun. I'm probably gonna cut the stream pretty soon. But actually, no. I'll do that later. I want to get to. There was something I wanted to do other than Minecraft. I wanted to draw today. I wanted to do more drawing. I think I'm gonna cut the stream and go draw. That or I'll end up playing Terraria. We'll see. Thanks for coming. I might hop on the Skyblock. I might hop on single player. We'll see. Thanks for coming. Hopefully I'll get that video thing out. YouTube outro. The liking and subscribing and such. Yes. Right. Skyblock for more net chances. Thanks for coming. See you later. Have a nice day. Yada yada blah blah blah. Bye.